Powsimians made a really good video about how people are attacking him and saying he's a Durianrider copycat, and he goes through a whole thing about how he'd learned so much from other people by copying them, and he went through a list of hundreds of people that he'd copied to do various things. And I think he makes a really great point, and it's something on this. If you want to change to like a healthy lifestyle, you're going to find that you probably don't have a lot of people to emulate in your in your community. You'll be lucky if you've got, you know, a local Fruit Luck or a group or something like that you can go to and meet people that are doing it and thriving and are really, you know, aspiring towards health and living positively, and, you know, being happy and energetic as much as possible. And so this is why YouTube's so good, because you can go on, find people of in any kind of field, whether it's health or business or fitness or creativity or anything like that, and find the people that you want to emulate, and then watch their videos over and over and over, and absorb that information, and have them be your inspiration, and have them set that light inside you, set that fire inside you, that passion to go out and do it yourself. And I'll be honest, like when I did see Powsimian in a few different people's videos, I was like, wow, this is like, people are really copying Durianrider like 100%, you know. And but when I started watching Harley's videos as well, like there was a time when I was just like watching his videos all the time, you know, over and over, like just absorbing that information, taking it in. And yeah, there was no one else. I tried to reach out to people in my area and tried to go on 30 bananas a day, and I messaged like everyone in my city in 30 bananas a day, and basically no one got back to me. And I found out later on that a lot of those people had just kind of tried it for like a week or whatever, and then hadn't really got back into it. So then I started my own group. So I thought, well, I might as well try and find people out there. But yeah, it's an excellent point. And the other thing that Harley says and that various people say is, like, if you want to be an eagle, then don't hang around with the turkeys, you know, which is a great point as well. And when you go on this lifestyle, you might find that you might start to annoy your friends or lose some of your friends, or, you know, and people they don't like it because they see you're changing and you're moving away, and you're not going to be, you know, staying up till 3 a.m. anymore, or going drinking anymore, or eating pizza at 1 a.m. or something. You know, and especially if you've got a partner or a girlfriend, a boyfriend that you've been doing that with, then that's going to be tough. But when you've found that goal and purpose, and you want to move on, then you can't let that scare you, the idea you're going to lose your friends. Because honestly, like, since I've got into this, since I've changed to raw vegan diet, fruitarian diet, I've met so many amazing people through this, so many, and I keep on meeting them all the time, keep on meeting new people. I'm expanding so much as a person, I'm doing new things, I'm trying new things. I just have this confidence to go out and do all this stuff, and for sure there's friends and things that I've not seen that much, you know, that I used to see a lot, that I don't see that often. But, you know, I just don't want to be around people that just have no commitment to, even in a small way, to their health, you know. Doesn't mean that I need to be just around fruitarians, but when people are just kind of destroying their health, you don't want to be around that, you know. You just feel bad, you know. So, I mean, when I was at university, right, I went to university and I was meant to be doing a law degree, right, which I did complete eventually. But I also wanted to be a musician, and I was really into music. So I ended up hanging around with musicians more than with law students. But the musicians I was hanging around with, I started to realise, like, they were all unemployed. None of them were making money out of music. Some of them were fantastically talented, and that's why. And we had the same views on music and stuff, and loved the same bands or whatever, and were really passionate about it. But they weren't really doing anything with it, and it was like this really unhealthy lifestyle, staying up late, playing music late, having no money, like being a lot of these guys were just, you know, getting on benefits from the government and stuff, and so they were able to just go out and stay up late and, and drink and stuff, and they all kind of shunned work and all that. And it took me a while to kind of realise, this isn't me. This isn't what I don't want to be around this, you know. It took me a while to realise these guys were all like, you know, just not kind of, they weren't going to go anywhere with it, you know. So it's important to try and to make sure you get out of that and find the right people around you and stuff like that. And it's something like my mum was saying that to me for years, like you should be hanging around with like the students and stuff. And what I found as well is because I wasn't really dedicated to my studies as a student and didn't really care, people didn't want to hang out with me, not because of how I was as a person or my personality, but simply because they could see that I just wasn't I wasn't going to be of use to them, I guess, because I wasn't trying hard, you know. So definitely don't be scared to copy people. Obviously don't follow anyone off a cliff, but find their habits and things. And there was a time when I was talking about watching lots of Harley's videos, I was like going out and cycling and all that, and I very quickly realised that I'm not at that level, you know, and I'm not going to be at that level anytime soon, you know. So I think work on the things that you can. Don't try and be the person 100%. Don't try and, you know, people have been building these habits up for years. So if you build up the daily habits, make daily small changes, build up the habits, you know, and you'll get there eventually. But we can't all be top class athletes, raw vegan athletes and things straight away. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. So yeah, go out and find a new group, create a new group if you've not got one. Create a Fruit Luck. Evan Rock inspired me to go out and create a Fruit Luck because I saw he was doing one in California, so I started one, and we've got a meet up tonight. So it's funny though, it's still like I find people on 30 Bad and like, oh, I live in the city of Glasgow, and they say, is anyone else out there in Glasgow? And I message like, yeah, I've got a Fruit Luck and we're meeting up, and it's like they just don't reply. I just find it really weird. So anyway, speak to you later. Bye.